Friday, happy trading. Only thing better than a Friday is a Monday, because then I can be trading. Let's go over the trades today. Or we can go over layout. So we switched it up. Um, we put it back in the old OV style. So we got the 5 minute in the middle, the 2 minute on the left, 15 daily, and then the other one to look at other stocks. So what I like about this is, for example, if you see it like that, this play becomes so more obvious. Three finger spread, and then this one, three finger spread. But if you zoom in on it, you can see that this is a market law four with an elephant right there, which you would pound into. So just you can see both. Because when I was having it in the middle, I would never look to the left. But now that I have it in the left hand corner, I always can just peek to the right. And I was used to trading on this window with putting the 2 minute here and then the 5 minute here and then the 15 here. So that's kind of different. But just in case this anyone's really following this and that they want to know some changes going on. Also, we changed our stocks. We're doing Apple, Amazon, Google, Chase, Uber, and I wanted to be doing Visa, but I haven't been doing Visa. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Instead of Visa, I did CVX. Oh, it's here somewhere. Okay. So I think I'm going to switch out Apple and Amazon, and just pick one or the other and pick a different stock. Because like they trade. This is my first day with them, but it looks like they trade the same. So maybe we could take advantage of that, or maybe it's just today that's what happened. But they look kind of identical here. But who knows? Okay, so let's go into some trades. My first trade of the day was Google. So Google, we'll say we had a narrow state. We had an elephant. What I did is oh man, I hate when this thing does that. I love the trackpad, but I don't know if Windows likes it. Okay, so Flat State, Elephant Bar. If you buy into it, I bought into it here. So the issue, I've been trying to buy in the first 1 minute and I was late. So if I didn't buy in the first 1 minute, this would if I would have bought in the first minute, I would have got it in here. And then I had a lower risk, and that's why it's better to get it in there, but I was late. I got it in anyway. Um, if I was going to get in here, I needed to set my stop here, but that was lower than my maximum loss. What I should have done is put it at least 50% of this bar. Um, but then I would have stopped out here. So, in all reality, if you're going to get in here, you want to set your stop under at least the first bar or here. Because then this would have been the color change to buy more. And then what? Goes up a little, goes up a little. You're still playing it. Probably get out right there. Or even right there, honestly. I mean, depending on how you're getting down, depending on where you got in this bar. So what I did is I got in here, then got out. So that was my first trade of the day. That was a loss. Then I went looking elsewhere. I came back to Google. I had a feeling this was gonna fall. So I sold here. No. Okay, I couldn't see it. I sold here like I thought. I sold here. Double dual tail bars. Look at that. I was certain that this was gonna go down like at least at least a year. You know what I mean? Uh, but it hit my stop. I had to get out. But look what it did. I mean, you can see it here. Just violently went down. Now, I wanted to play it up on here when it was flat, but I was looking elsewhere at the same time. I think you could have played this tail bar if you wanted to be risky. Buy right here with the stop right here. But make sure you get out if you stop right there. Remember, the first one always fails, the second one, and the reason it's playable is just because it's here. And that's why I like moving the 5 minute here. I can tell things are a little, because you always go back to the 5 minute. And the way they say it is if you're gonna, you learn to trade on the 2 minute, the 5 minute is the money maker. But 2 minute, you can become amazing. I mean, but this is just so obvious. And look at this whale. Wow. And it's obvious. I mean, you wouldn't have thought, but once it got past there, you're like, oh, trapped it. So looking back, I was looking through stocks today and I was gonna wait for this. I knew it was coming up because that's the crash, dead cat bounce. It's dead, body flops, bam, but it's dead. And you could have just sell orders up here for sells, knowing it was gonna just stayed inside that. Got a catch. That was a nice play. And then you're looking at this. I made some plays here, but you know, yeah, I tried to play it up a couple times. But this is the 5 minutes, so you gotta really stretch it out to see it. Let's go back to the two. But you would have still saw it on the two. Elephant bar, set your stop, boom, boom, add, and then you can see flat state, elephant, set your stop, use a 2 bar stop, had to have got out, gotta get back in right there, buy more right there. Oof, stop, sell. That's violent. That took out all of this. And that is probably, let's see, 1350. Okay, that's right here, 1350. And you would have known, okay, that's a fake out. I mean, it had support. You could have saw it not continuing. It's no follow through. Play the tail bar. Bull 180. It's like you're looking here. You get a bull 180 here. You're like, okay, we know what's going up. And of course, now we're in this area. So I tried to play this. I was thinking, hey, this shoot back up, but I was just reaching. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, Cell should have been right here. Held it a little longer than I should have. Ego kicked in. Uh, First attempt always fails. Try the second attempt. You could have got there. We bought here thinking there's free space, so you never know what may happen, especially when you had the power triangle in the 5 minute. So we are like, hey, you might try it. Goes up. We buy more, and then we get out. I think we got out right here. Yeah, because it didn't. We looked at it as that was more than 50%. It wasn't going to get past this high, and it was towards the end of the day. So let's get to the next stock, Apple. As you can see, it did the same thing, but if we look at it on the 2 minute, here's the first bar. That's a flat stay clearing bar. All you needed to do is to pass that mark. Ooh, look at that. I would sell, not gonna lie. Okay, well, that's because we're on December 31st. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, Oof. What was the first move today? Okay, so elephant bar. Keep in mind it traveled from here, so there's the start. That's the first bar. It is still clearing. See what the second move is. Maybe that's a tail bar. 80%, 85%. You get this. Don't know what to do with this. That's kind of a sell, but you got support. Bang. You buy into that one right there. That's clearing. Elephant bar. Buy into it. What's the next bar? Can't really sell that. Bam. One push, two push. Let's see, does it continue? Three push. Ooh. So one, two, three. That's a large one. With an elephant bar at the exhaustion elephant bar at the end. What I tried to do is sell it. I sold it early. It was like it looked like this. I sold. I didn't wait for it to pass. That was my fault. Had I wait for it to pass, I probably would have gotten in this bar instead. And it went up on me. I got out. I should have held that, but I got out quick. Because look what happens. Mm. Should have set the stop right there, but I did get in here, right here. Um, Sold here. And that's a market law four. Uh, but I sold more here and then I got out here. So I didn't really sold here, got out here. I should have left a lot. Should have left a lot, because that's what happens. And I feel like had I been looking more at the 5 minute, it would have been so more obvious that you needed to at least leave the lot to here. And that's a far drop. So that's four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 times what I should have done. I gotta get better. Gotta get better. Uh, Remember the first one never works. Waiting. That might be playable. Nope. That's definitely playable. Like one, like two, so don't expect too much. No follow through. Means a large move up. 20 MA halt. Got another. We bought here, thought more there on the color change. Thought that was off the 20. Wasn't really a big enough bar, but it was off the 20. We got in earlier, thought it was going to get bigger. Um, Color change and just didn't It just didn't feel like it was gonna go, so I just got out. Um, and I don't think I had anything except that. Like maybe that would have identified it. This right here. So let's go to the next stock. Well, I mean, let's see. It just keeps going like this. No real moves. Next stock is Uber. So July 2nd. So here's first bar. So you're thinking, I'm thinking once this much is gone, it's a sell. One push, two push. That went above 50%. Get out. That's a bull 180. And really, going back to our old statement of like, hey, this is the Fab Four, right? If this is the Fab Four, then this, I mean, you could play this, but you would have played it to probably the bottom of the Fab Four and got out here. I mean, that's the opposite direction of what you'd expect. Maybe you're trying to do a crash play and you're buying up this bar, but as soon as it gets here, you'd have to get out. That's the bull 180. And that says this thing's going to go probably pretty far, but it does have to climb this large wall. So let's see. It climbs it in 2 bars, so we might be up for one. And you can just tell because it's here, but whatever. Should have got in here, bull 180. That would have been beautiful. Didn't see it in the moment. I tried to sell here. It was a color change, and I set my stop here, and I got out, so I was cool with that as a loss. Um, I probably would have took this tail bar, three finger, set the stop, go back to here, get out, leave a lot. What we did is we expected it to go higher. Remember, position of power. We bought on the color change, but we were playing the 5 on this one, so we bought here, expecting a nice move. Got out here. Went a little higher, but I mean, that was a good play. We felt, I felt. Uh, and then tried to play it up again, and then added and added, and then got out quickly just because that was leg one, leg two. And like you can see this is falling, but right here is an easier identification of the cell. So got the cell right there, the elephant bar off the 20 and just wrote it on here or wrote it on here, either or. Uh, then you can. This is the first try. Usually a no go. Call that the second try. Elephant bar off of a flat 200. Open space. Acorn bar. You could buy more. Set the stop there for it. Got out. That's a buy. Set the stop. Nope. You can say sell as soon as it reversed. Bull 180. Set the stop. Oh, you would have said bull 180 again. Set the stop. Bull 180. Get out, leave a lot. Get out. Off the 200. Bull 180. Off the 20. Salt and pepper. Ride the 20. Get out. Right there. What do we do? We sold, trying to play the. Eh, I was reaching. I mean, I can be honest with that. I was reaching. But I saw a 200 and I went with it and got a nice little move. It's another bull 180. Play it back, leave a lot. As you can see, that one, position of power, understandable. Sell, set the stop. Jeez, got me. But again, I think I stopped trading at like 45. I think I'm ending my trading at 45. At 45, I'm going to the 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute would look like. See, 45, we go to the 1 minute. It's like boom. So next one is Chase. Okay. So you'd say, hey, we have a flat 200. We kind of have a flat 200 right here as well. Um, this is a nice sell bar, but that's not for today. But I'm just saying, you see the position of power that's here. So because we know the position of power that's here, it's probably gonna do something like that. Usually like a boom or something, and then it goes back down. That's what I've been noticing. Um, didn't do it this time, but man, I don't want to see the whole thing. Kills the joy. Okay, so let's see what we did. All right, I remember this. I felt like an idiot for this, but it felt so right in the moment. Um, I thought that this was a level, so I sold here, and I was supposed to get out if it got here, and I didn't get out to here. So ego, you need to die, because that was the tail bar, and that's where you needed to get out. I don't know why I held it to here. That was just ridiculous. But if we're looking at this again, um, that would have been the buy. You play it to here, you got it. You could have played this tail bar right here. Let's see if I can, look, you can see it. This tail bar, elephant bar, look at no follow through on that type of bar. You know it's going to go up. As soon as it replaces it, it's going to go up. You're still in the position of power, so you're going to play that down. As soon as you get a takeout, I think you can consider this a takeout. Set the stop right there. As you get out, leave a lot. Probably get out on a three-finger spread. Well, it's like that, but that would be a three-finger spread right there. Because that's a large bar. I guess you could say that's exhausting. I don't know. You would think it doesn't come back after that. Wow. So only way you could look at it like it's a level right here. Lower high, or higher low, higher low, higher low, or dual bottoms, however you want to put it. W, play that up right here. One push, two push, three, get out. Is there some level of support over there? Maybe. Sell right there. Maybe that's a market law. Four. There's a 20 catch elephant bar off a flat 200. Tail bar, you take tail bars, try to play it to here, and get out. Majority, you can play that there. It's a tail bar. You could call that a 20 MA catch, maybe, into a flat 200. That's rough. Hard elephant off of it. That's a sell. Into resistance, lower lows. Probably going to turn around and go higher. Held that level. That's higher low. Maybe here you get in. I don't know. I don't see an entry there. Maybe You could enter on the 5 minute here, which would be a good one. And I just didn't see an entry on the 2 minute. I mean, you could do there, color change. I guess you could do full 180, but I don't know. That's hard. I see it, but I don't see it. I think that's easier to just say, look at the 5 minute off the 20 elephant bar. Right, that I tried to sell this right here and then got out here. I felt good with that. This was the sell bar. I missed it. This was a sell bar. Ooh, end of the day. JP. Okay. And then uh the computer, man. So we got Fab Four, sell. If it gets past this, you sell. You get this tail bar right here. Or really, you'd want to, I guess, you probably sell into it first minute. Phew, goes here, it goes up 50%. You're probably concerned. It goes up this much, you're probably getting out of it. But neither here nor there. Let's say you just waited till it passed below this point, you would have got in here, and then you would have seen this tail bar that you got to take stop right here, and then boom, that thing takes off. You even get the tail bar here, and you get like I would, I mean, I would have probably even tried to take that one, but you get like triple tail bars here. I mean, maybe even a Wolverine claw or rips up. So we tried to take. Looks like we took a trade later in the day on this one. What did we try to do? Oh, I think we lost a lot on this one. We were coming back for the day, and then we were like, all right, let's just take it. Uh, which that sounds like gambling when you say it out loud like that. So probably shouldn't do that anymore for the new year. Where is this trade? Oh, right here. Look at that. I knew it was eventually going to go up, but we put a lot of lots in here and then it just went against us. It's like, yeah, it's the end of the day. But you got to be a little bit more serious. This is capital, so you don't want to just waste it. That's a wasted trade right there. Those are my trades for Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Back at it Monday. Deuces.